John, today's question comes from Dale. Dale said, the Perfect Estate Plan episodes were great. Now, I don't know when this inbox episode is going to air, but that was the 6 episodes that we did covering the 3 parts to the Perfect Estate Plan.
Correct.
We got in depth on that. It was good stuff. And he said, I'm about to sit down with notebook open and go through the episodes again. There's a lot there. Before I do that, are there any cheat sheets or summaries of each episode? I'm looking for something like what is in the show notes in the final episode. Well, I'm not even sure what's there. Maybe I need to go look at those show notes, right? Where there are bullet points of learn how to, then he says, thanks. So what he's looking for is, do we have a summary, like a takeaway of that episode? And this is something I've thought about. I think that with the information that we cover, if on each episode we had a one-sheet download of the key takeaways, the big points from each episode, that would be great. But you know what we need for that?
Time, staff.
Yeah, right. If people knew the shoestring that we run this podcast on, they would be amazed.
That's probably right.
Because it's us sitting down to record, and we upload it, and we have an editor that puts these episodes together. Then he uploads it to our podcast host, and it goes off into the podcast. I would really like, though, to start putting together some more down. And some of the big podcasts do this. Every episode, you can go to it. You got to give them your email address, and then you're going to download the episode. And then every week, you're getting an email that, hey, new episode's published, and go listen to it here. And I like that. I think it's smart marketing, and it's also a very good value for the listener as well.
The only thing I would also comment on this is that, although we're trying to educate you as much as we can on the subject, we're not going to make you an expert.
Right.
And there's no, a cheat sheet would certainly help without having to sit there with your notebook and go back through everything. So
right.
I get that. I'm kind of with you. That sounds great. And
it does.
If we manage to have the time to do something like that, we'll throw it on there. But in the meantime, I think the main thing is, we're trying to arm you enough so that when you walk into an estate planning attorney's office to say, I would like to get my stuff in order, or I would like to review the stuff that I had you do 10 years ago, or whatever it is, that you're armed with some very specific questions and things that you want to see in there, having learned about it from the show.
Yeah.
Don't have how to do it.
Yeah.
But you've got enough knowledge that you can say, well, does it cover this?
Right.
Does it cover this?
Yeah.
Etc.
Absolutely. And that's the intent of everything we do here, is to give people enough information that they're not going to go out there and get screwed, right? Because we've seen enough of that. It's both in the estate planning world and in the financial planning world.
Yep.
Perfect. Dale, thanks so much for your question. It was a good question. You've got us thinking now. And John, I'm just sitting here thinking through this. I'll bet there's some AI that would do this for us, that would give us this one sheet download. Would you go to work on that and figure that out for me?
Maybe.
Since you take every Friday off anyway, right? You can do that.
Yeah, I take
with
every
your
Friday
3-day
off.
weekends.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. All right, listeners, thank you so much for watching these episodes and for listening. And to everybody else out there, if you haven't sent us a question yet, you absolutely can. At bigpictureretirement.com, up in the top right-hand corner, you can leave your question there. All right, thanks for watching.